Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to One Seed, One World. Today I want to talk a little bit about eggplant and debunking the gender myth that goes on with eggplants, with the male and female. You may have seen sometimes on various blogs or even recipe videos and that sort of thing, where they tell you to look for the male eggplant because they are better tasting, less seeds, more meatier than the female. However, eggplants don't have a gender. Let's go over a couple little things about the botany aspects, I guess, of when it comes to the sex of an eggplant. So eggplants have both sexes. In the flower, they have the anthers and the pistil. The anthers is the male part that contains the pollen, and then the pistils have the female part, or parts. Actually, the pistil is made up of several different sections, but the pistil accepts the pollen. And I wouldn't say they're really self-pollinating, but kind of in a way they are. They need a little help, normally some wind, or even from pollinators like bees or other insects that come in and cause the anthers to move around a little bit and get their pollen on the pistils. I'm going to see, and I'll put a diagram up here too on the screen so that you kind of breaks down the parts for you. But I'm going to sacrifice one of my blossoms here so you can maybe kind of see what they look like. So here in the center of the flower, the very center, you can maybe kind of see that little green dot there in the middle. That's the pistil. The little yellow things around it, those are the anthers. You kind of see that there. And so, while it's very tiny and hard to see, that's kind of where all the pollination takes place. So, if it's hanging on the plant and it gets kind of bumped around, or a pollinator gets in there, that will disturb the anthers and kind of transfer that pollen on and into the pistil so that it gets accepted, and then it forms your eggplant fruit. So it's got male and female parts. Now, one thing that you might see sometimes during your season is maybe you might see some of your flowers just drop off, and that means that it didn't get properly pollinated. Sometimes they need a little bit of help, especially if you grow your eggplants in a greenhouse where they're not getting wind or have a hard time getting pollinators in there. You might have to help it along. You can do that by just shaking the plant, tapping on the flowers a little bit. You can do a hand pollination by using a very small paintbrush maybe, and you kind of scroll it around in there a little bit, and you can help do your different flowers. But normally if they're outside like they are here, you shouldn't have to worry about that. You might have a few that fall off that don't get pollinated, but overall nature should take its course and they should pollinate themselves. This one got a bite out of the back of it, but I just kind of wanted to show you the differences between where people consider the male versus the female. Males kind of have like a little dimple in the bottom there, if you can kind of see that, versus what they consider to be females have a much larger dimple or kind of slit. This one you can kind of see there how it's longer versus the little round one in the center. But all eggplant fruit have both male and female parts in them, because the seeds in there are going to then grow your new plants, and those plants will contain the male and female parts. So it's not really a gender. You're not picking a male or a female necessarily. When you are picking your eggplant, more so than the slit or the dimple at the bottom. Now it is seem to be considered that the ones with the dimple tend to have less seeds and might be less bitter and better flavored. However, what you really want to look for when you're picking your eggplant is you want ones that are at the correct ripeness. They should be firm. When you push on them, they should spring right back. I don't know if that really shows on there, but you can kind of see how that shows up. You know, if it starts getting older, it's not going to be as shiny. And I have one here somewhere. This one's still pretty shiny, but maybe you can tell that this one is kind of a duller color than, look at that one. See the differences? This one was probably on the vine a little bit too long. Still good to eat, but it might not have as good as flavor or might have more seeds inside than say this one. You know, you want to use your eggplant before they start they'll start getting wrinkly and kind of spongy as they get older once you've cut them and they're sitting on your counter. So, you know, try to use the ones that are the deepest color, shiny, and spring back to the touch. They're not spongy. There are a couple of pests that can affect your eggplants. Probably the most prominent one that you may see is the flea beetle. They're very tiny, hence the name flea beetle. But you'll see little dotted holes maybe all over your plants. I used to have a lot of trouble with them the first couple years I grew eggplants here, but in the last 2 seasons, while I do see some damage, it's been very minimal. But if you have an infestation, you'll notice your plants kind of, the leaves disappearing very quickly. They can decimate the leaves on your plants, which will eventually kill your plant off because they can't do the photosynthesis thing. So with flea beetles, if you start getting a lot, you can use different organic methods, or what I used to do is just come out and check my leaves every day and squish off any ones that I found. You'll find like the little egg sacs and try to, you know, mitigate it that way. But like I said, I don't know what has changed over the last 2 seasons, but suddenly they are not as big of a deal for me anymore. Other pests that you might see are like the potato bug. Since eggplants are in the nightshade family, the potato bug, false potato bug, you know, they're gonna possibly feed on your eggplant, your potatoes, your tomatoes, all those types of things that are in the nightshade family. Diseases, not a whole lot affects eggplant. There is verticulum wilt, which you'll see your leaves start to turn yellow and start dying off. But that's about the only one that might show up sometimes for eggplant, at least that I've seen. So you've got all these eggplants. What are you gonna do with them now? Well, there's tons of recipes out there. You can grill them, you can make eggplant lasagna, you can ferment them. The other night I made a savory eggplant pie, which was really good. You can do eggplants with eggs for breakfast. There's I think it's a recipe from the Philippines where it's some sauteed up eggplant, and then you put whip up some eggs and put eggs over them. Then you can add other things like onion and maybe some pepper flakes and that kind of thing to kind of spice it up a bit. And then there's a lot of different recipes, Asian type recipes like garlic eggplant or eggplants in garlic sauce, and I don't know, there's all different ones, but there's a lot of things that you can do with it. Check out stuff on YouTube and recipe blogs. You will find tons of things to do with eggplant, and you can mix it up so that it doesn't feel like you're eating the same exact thing all the time. You know, you're not just stuck to eggplant parmesan or a grilled eggplant. There's a lot of stuff where you can really mix it up and feel like you're eating something brand new every single day and not get tired of it. And with as many eggplant as I have coming in, I have to keep changing it up. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you found that information helpful. Give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Helps the channel a lot with the subscribers, the likes, put comments below. I love responding. So whatever's going on in your neck of the woods, I hope it's gone fantastic for you. I hope you're growing lots of eggplant this year and that they are doing well. Maybe you've tried different varieties. You know, there's really tons of different varieties, and I've gone over some of the different ones I've grown here over the years. So try different ones. They will vary in flavor and size and shape and color and all kinds of things, and you can kind of mix it up in your garden. But I hope that you are having a great day. We will see you again soon. Namaste.